there, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts, and I'm here today to have a bit of a play and hopefully make the next page in my Wooly Steph art journal. So I am a few weeks behind, so the prompt that I am up to now is butterfly. So what I've got here is I've got a piece of vellum, and I'm going to try and make a butterfly with some alcohol inks. So I've just put it on a piece, my vellum's on a piece of white card so that it's a bit easier to see. I've got some alcohol inks here. I've got a mix of, I've got some pinata, and I've got a few I've got that are Ranger. And I've also got a bottle of isopropyl alcohol instead of blending solution. I've got a little puffer air blower thing. I've got a little pipette that I might use, and that's what I'm going to start with. So my idea was that I could put some ink on and blow it so that it looks a bit like a butterfly. So I don't know if it's going to work, but let's see. So I think what I'm going to try and do is have a sort of, what do you call them? Admiral butterfly, which is kind of orange and yellow and red. So I'm going to start with those and just give it a try. I think I'll put it this way. So my idea is to put a sort of a wee line of ink, and maybe put a bit of that there, and then sort of, now I've done quite a bad job of this one, maybe. Yeah, I think I've done a bad job of that bit. So I have another bit because I thought I might do a rubbish job. Do it on this side, I'll cover it up. So let's do it like this. Let's see. So what I want is a kind of top wing and a bottom wing. A bit better. Maybe just need a little splodge there. Now I am doing this on vellum because I want to do a little bit of heat embossing afterwards, and I think Yupo, which is the other papers you get to do alcohol ink on, but Yupo is a kind of plasticky paper, so I presume that would melt in the heat of heat embossing. Now I've got a little bit of black. Oh, this could be disastrous. Wonder if I just put a very little bit there. Okay, so that's one potential. Now going to get some more vellum, so I'll keep playing because it's gonna have to dry anyway before I can do the next bit. So let's see. I want it to sort of stand out against like blue sort of sky and green leaves, so I'm avoiding those colours. So this one I've got here is Ranger Ink and Amethyst. And then this one is Senorita Magenta. So let's see if I can might just need a tiny bit more of this one. Oh, that's a bit more ish butterfly shaped. So there's like one wing and the other wing. Okay. Potential there. Now I've got this one as well. This is called Patina. That might be quite nice. Let's try this. Oh. Now, I like this shape. I just want to make it slightly yeah, that to me looks quite a good shape. Okay. Let's do one more and then I'll pause while we let things... I wonder if I'll try with a bit of this. See if I can make a bit of a shape for it to... So I'm just taking some of the isopropyl alcohol, or I guess you could use the blending. I don't know. What I'm wondering is, will it be like with watercolour, where you kind of, by adding the by placing the water on, it kind of gives it a pool to kind of spread into, and I don't think it has. Potential. So I think of the ones that I've got, I think this is one of my favourites. This is quite good. This one actually, although I didn't think it was very good to start with, it's kind of grown on me. And that one's just a blob. So I'm going to pause you, let these all dry, and then I'll do the next phase. Okay, so the next phase is to make my little background for my my journal page, and my pages are 10 by 10, which I think is what Steph kind of set out at the beginning. And I'm going to have a little go with some sprays. want to make a sort of sky-ish background. Excuse me, shuggling the camera. So I've got just an old cardboard box here. I'm going to spray with a bit of water, and then I'm going to use this one, which is Distress Oxide Spray in Tumbled Glass. You need a good shake. And then maybe just a little bit around the edges I'm going to use this peacock feathers. Like so, and give it a squish to kind of mix in a bit. So I've got a wee bit of kitchen roll just to kind of blot round. Oops. There we go. So now this also has to dry, so I'll just pause a moment. Okay, so while that little background is drying, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my heat embossing. So vellum is great to heat emboss on, and you just want to make sure that your alcohol inks aren't tacky when you go to emboss, because obviously you can see here this kind of area that's just a little bit sticky, then the embossing powders are going to stick to that, and that's not necessarily what you're looking for. So I think this one was, no, just all needs just a little bit longer. The other thing that I've done in preparation for this is I die cut some leaves and a flower, because you want something for the butterfly to be flying about in. So these are from a Tim Holtz die set that I think I got last year, and these have also been sprayed to colour them. So they are obviously much bigger than the 10 by 10 size, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to squeeze them on. So I'm going to pause and let everything just dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to give it a bash. So I'm going to try with this one. I think when I trim it, I'm going to lose this bit down here, but the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to go over with this anti-static little bag, and then I do not have a stamp for this, but I do have this Wow embossing pen, which I have tried a couple of other embossing pens, and this is the one that I've gone with the best by far. So I'm going to just draw like a butterfly's body, colour it all in, give them a couple of little antennae, put the lid back on, and I've already got it on top of this bit of scrap to catch excess. So there we go. Pop that away, and okay, so that is the first one. Now might be a bit big for my size. I think this one might be a better size, so I'll just again go over the anti-static bag, get my Wow embossing pen colouring. Antennae. And there we go. Pop that out the road. And again, I'll do the heat embossing. Okay. So that's two possibilities there. Now, I think, let me just do, not that one, let me do this one. And then we can go and add on a little bit more detail if we would like. So, do that, get my Wow embossing pen. Knock the excess off. This is also a Wow product. It's the Wow embossing powder primary ebony, and it's a really nice one. Okay, so I think there I've got 3 potential options. Now, the other thing you can do with this embossing pen is add some detail to your butterfly. So you might want to add some spots or stripes or anything to make it look a bit more like a butterfly. Now, I think these are suitably cool because obviously if this is still hot and tacky, then your embossing powder can stick to that again. So I'll just give it another wee over with that. And I think for this one, I might do a bit of silver embossing. Now, this is quite an ancient embossing powder I've had, but it is still a goodie. It's Paper Mania, and it was a huge pot, so I wonder if I'll do a little bit more. Some wee stripes on there. See what that does. Okay. Right, again. Okay, so actually it has picked up a little bit of silver, but I don't mind that at all. So that is one option. I wonder if I should have another spot. 3 is always better, isn't it, than 2 or an odd number anyway. Is better. So there's that one. Now this one I also like, and I might go in with some maybe some gold for that one. Whoops. Let me get my gold. Oh, I don't know what I've done with the gold one. Oh, here it is. So this is another ancient one. Gold embossing powder. I think I bought this years ago on QVC, and there's still a wee bit left in it. So I will go there. And there, so there's a big spot up there. Another one there. Let's just do a bit of yeah, the gold is nice. A wee bit different there, and I think I'll go back in with a black. So that's that, and then maybe let's try a bit of, let's do more black. Now another black spot. Out of the way. Now, oh, wrong lid on the wrong embossing powder. Okay. I think I'm gonna pick one of these two, and I'm just going to trim them down. Oh, some wee scissors. So, always the fiddly bit, isn't it? The antenna. But one of the good things about it being with the this pen is it's impossible to get it so skinny that you can't cut them out. So it's a bit more chunky. Now, the other benefit of having the heat embossing gives you somewhere to anchor your butterflies down, because I never have found a glue that is invisible with vellum. So I always try and resort to a bit that's either going to be covered up or a bit that's got some stamping on top of it so that it's kind of hidden. So I will be able to pop some little bits of glue around these heat embossed areas. There's one. Now, I think I prefer this one that I'm cutting now, but I'm aware it is a tiny bit bigger and it might be too big for my page, in which case it'll get used in something else. So now I'm going to follow the lines for this one that I added in. And trim off those sort of feathery bits. Which I guess kind of takes away the effect of that lovely alcohol ink, but still. So I've got a choice of two butterflies, I've got some bits of foliage, I've got a wee stencil here that I think I might have a little go with. Let me see. So yes, here we go. This is, annoyingly I went over a bit too much there, but that's okay. Will that fit? Not quite. Will this one fit? Yeah. Not sure what I want to. Can I squeeze it in? Will it look daft? Butterflies don't. Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Is it cheating? Probably. Right, now I want to just do a wee bit of stencil there too. Now, I don't think I'm going to add any more ink. I think I'm just going to use what's on here. This is a GMC Designs stencil, and I'm aware that I'm probably sugaring the camera, so sorry. Just to give it a little bit of that, a little bit of something around there. Now I want to do a wee bit around the edge, and I can see that it's a wee bit kind of rough there, so I'll just trim that. And what have I got that I could... let's use this and a wee bit of this. It's the Blueprint Sketch. Just to give it a wee bit darkness, a bit more of an edge. And maybe I'll even doodle a little bit too. So maybe I'll just... Okay, so I'm just going to add a wee bit of glue if I can find it. Here it is. So I'm just popping this down and just creating a wee bit of greenery so the butterfly's not just completely floating about in the air. There's a wee bit of something there. So let me... There we go. That. Okay, so now I can just trim off like so, and then I'll pop this one on. So the heat embossed areas should be fine to put some glue. Go. So I've just dotted that glue on and then pop this wee butterfly on, and it's a little bit messy, but it's okay. Maybe a little bit more foliage there would just break up that bottom a bit. Now I've got little black pages in my journal, so it kind of gets a bit of a frame that way. But I'm just wondering if I might doodle a little bit around the edge too, and I think I will. So just a fine liner pen, and I'll just do a wee scribble here and there. And again. And it doesn't need to be, I mean, I'm deliberately trying to not go too straight, so I think that is done. So now I've got my little bookie, and I will pop it in. So I think it's the next one after. I think it's going to go in here, so stick it in. Then I'll be ready for the next one. So there we go. That is my little alcohol ink butterfly. This was my napkin one, and this was the bling. I think I have gone all out on the bling there. There's glitter, there's sparkles, there's lots of bling, and I think I showed you the rest of it actually. So yeah, so I am up to speed. All I'm not. I think I've still got 2 more to go, but I'm getting there anyway. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my video, and if you've got any favourite ways of using alcohol inks, then please let me know in the comments what you like to do with them the best. Usually I just kind of smoosh them around and then use them for a background or a die cut. This was the kind of first time of trying to use them in a more structured way, I suppose. So yeah, if you've got a favourite way of using alcohol inks, please let me know. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment and a like, and I'll see you back very soon.